El Malecón is an attractive maritime promenade approximately 8 kilometers long located in Havana. This huge promenade is also one of the most authentic and famous avenues in all of Cuba. This is one of the favorite meeting points for lovers, poets, folk singers, philosophers, and fishermen. The Malecón was designed as a small maritime promenade for the middle class in the first decade of the 1900s, but the following decade it was quickly extended towards the east, resulting in an eclectic architecture mixing the neoclassical with Art Nouveau. From 1950, the highway of El Malecón de la Habana has a total of 6 lanes, so it is one of Havana's must-visit places. The Malecon's architecture is quite outstanding, housing countless old buildings in the midst of being restored. On summer nights, the Malecón offers an extraordinary atmosphere thanks to the carnival, where all types of races and traditions come together in the form of non-stop troops and floats. It is a great party where the sound of traditional drums is mixed with modern reggaeton and salsa songs. Some of the best hotels of Havana are located in this place, such as the Hotel Nacional de Cuba, Riviera or Meli Habana. The Malecón officially Avenida de Maceo is a broad esplanade, roadway, and seawall that stretches for 8 kilometers 5 miles along the coast in Havana, Cuba, from the mouth of Havana Harbor in Old Havana, along the north side of the Centro Habana neighborhood and the Vedado neighborhood, ending at the mouth of the Almendares River. New businesses are appearing on the esplanade due to economic reforms in Cuba that now allow Cubans to own private businesses. Construction of the Malecón began in 1901, during temporary U.S. military rule. The main purpose of building the Malecón was to protect Havana from the sea. To celebrate the construction of the first 500-meter section of the Malecón, the American government built a roundabout at the intersection of Paseo del Prado. According to architects of the period, it was the first roundabout in Cuba to be constructed with steel-reinforced concrete. Bands play Cuban melodies there every Sunday. The Miramar Hotel was built in front of the roundabout. It was the first hotel in Cuba where the waiters wore tuxedos, dinner jackets, and vest waistcoats with gold buttons, and it was very fashionable for the first 15 years of independence. Subsequent Cuban governments continued the extension of the first section of the Malecón. In 1923, it reached the mouth of the Almendares River between K and L Streets in Vedado, where the United States Embassy was built, near the Jose Mart Sports Park and, further out, the Hotel Rosita de Hornito. Today, the Sierra Maestra. In 1957 and 1958, the roadway served as the venue of the Cuban Grand Prix. The Malecón continues to be popular among Cubans. It also provides a source of food for poorer families who fish there at night. In addition, it is used for prostitution in Cuba, with women and men providing sexual services to tourists. Although the houses lining the Malecón are mostly in ruins, the Malecón remains one of the most spectacular and popular destinations in Havana. There are a number of important monuments along the Malecón, including those to General Mshimo Gomez, Antonio Maceo, General Calixto Garque, and the monument to the victims of the USS Maine. At the intersection of 23rd Street, the Malecón marks the northeast end of the La Rampa section of 23rd Street. Vedado. In the Plaza de la Dignidad is a statue of Jose Mart, and in front of the Embassy of the United States, the Jose Mart anti-imperialist platform. Significant buildings include the Castillo de la Real Fuerza, the Castillo de San Salvador de la Punta, Malecón 17 Las Caridades, and the Hotel Nacional. The Malecón is served as an inspiration for several cocktail names, including the Malecón cocktail by John Escalante that can be traced back to his 1915 Cuban cocktail guide, Manuel del Cantonero. The Spanish word Malecón means a sea wall made of stone. It is usually understood to mean a quay on a stone embankment, which was often subsequently built in front of an existing building. Those of Havana and Guayaquil are mainly known, the latter because of the local monument to Simón Bolívar and Jose de San Martin, who met there in 1822 to talk. Goodbye and see you next time.